Okay. Hi, everyone. We are so excited to have Lynn here, and I'm CK Jensen. I'm so excited to have Lynn here with me. Should we do introductions first?
Sure, yeah. And thank you for having me on, CK. This is going to be so much fun.
Of course.
Should I introduce myself first? Sorry.
Of course, but I can introduce myself first if you would like.
You can go first. The energy is a little bit, it's been a morning for both of us, so.
Yeah, it has been a morning. We were just talking about crazy stuff backstage, so it's going. Oh, we should start hiding comments. Margot says good morning. Margot is in our Storyteller Society Discord, so she's coming from there, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I can do introductions.
Okay.
I'm TK Jensen. I write fantasy and science fiction. I am currently working on a secret sci-fi that I just title dropped. Its name is Heretics. And I think that by the end of the weekend, when I have another 10,000 words on it, I might talk about it more. But for now, we're just leaving it at Heretics. Lynn, over to you.
Hi, I'm Lynn D. Jung. I have a writing kind of related YouTube channel here as well. I write primarily like speculative fiction. I would say that my writing is like literary leaning, science fiction and fantasy, mostly fantasy. And I'm currently on deadline for my book that's coming out in fall 2026. So I'm going to be working on some revisions for that.
So cool. So Lynn doesn't have a ton of time, so we're going to go right into the sprints. Unless there's any other announcements you want to make, Lynn.
Nope, nothing for me.
Perfect. I don't have anything either. So we are going to go right into the sprints. Oh, I forgot to set up the screen share before we got on. Usually I try.
Oh, that's okay. You got this. Also, how do we feel about me leaving my microphone on for typing noises? Because I have a mechanical keyboard. I'm okay either way, but
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm like looking at a mechanical keyboard. I entered your giveaway.
Oh my gosh! Yay! Yeah, bigger. I'm gonna use a random number generator, so it'll be fair. But
yeah,
hopefully.
But I'm like, luck of the draw could happen, and I never win giveaways, so I don't have high hopes. But I looked at their website and I chose the build I want if I don't get one of the giveaway ones. And I'm just like, I should not spend $100 on a mechanical keyboard right now.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find out in like 2 weeks, I guess. But yeah, I really like their keyboards. So if you don't end up winning, I mean, not to plug, like I genuinely just like the keyboard.
No, good. Plug them. I think it's good to plug things that we like. I feel like I do it with random things, and I'm not even sponsored by anything.
Yeah.
In my latest video, I was like, "This is my Hydro Flask, and I love it."
Oh my gosh, to be sponsored by Hydro Flask would be amazing. I technically, yeah, it would be. They would never want a writer. I feel like. I mean, not just you, but like any writer.
The REI vibes. So
yeah.
We do have a yes for keyboard ASMR.
Okay, amazing. That's all I need. I'm very easy to sway.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20-minute for the first one?
Yes.
Amazing.
Sorry, I have to leave my throat now.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Amina's here. I love
Amina's here. Hi, Amina. Oh my gosh. I was just watching your most recent video. I'm really bad at watching videos now because I have so little time, but I will put one on in the morning as I like get ready. And that was my get ready video for today and part of yesterday.
I love that.
Good. It was so good. I loved it.
Yeah. I also feel like I'm terrible at watching videos now.
It's hard.
Yeah, because I want to watch everybody's videos, but that's like hours and hours of content.
Yeah. And it's just like realistically, I just can't watch hours of content every day, even though I want to, and everyone's videos are so good. So I have a huge backlog. I should start I think Becca does like a queue where it's like she queues all the videos and then just works her way through them.
Oh yeah, I do that with my watch later list.
Yeah, I should do that. I just kind of like pick whichever one pops up first on my thing.
That's so valid.
But yeah. Okay.
Where is my mouse? Okay, ready? On your marks. Get set. And I'm going to mute myself. Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go.
Is that time?
Yes, it is time. I just realized I had my music playing, so I had to stop the music before I could.
Oh, that is
I was like,
okay.
I'm ready to stop the ringing of the timer, and then I was like, I did not stop my music.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Dakota is here. We're loving to see it. Mick is here. How did the swing go for everyone? How did it go for you, Lynn?
It went pretty well. I kind of went on a rabbit hole investigating another niche alchemist, which is like every day of my life now. How about you?
It went pretty well. I think I got about 500 something words, 514 words. So like,
nice.
The drafting is going well. That's pretty good for 20 minutes, I feel like.
Yeah, that's really good for 20 minutes. I love that.
Yeah. Those of you in the chat, how did it go for you? And if you have any questions, you should drop questions in the chat. Stu did a brownie making experience. Can I have a brownie? Please?
Yeah, I want a brownie.
Elizabeth got 314 words. Deborah got 303.
Nice.
Mick added a new scene to a chapter she's revising. So you guys are in the revision. I don't want to say trenches together, the revision trenches.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. I just like zoned out for a second.
You're okay.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
Kat woke me up at 6, so
Yeah.
we're surviving today.
Yeah, we're doing great. That's absolutely too. We can have a brownie.
Yes. Okay.
I expect it in the mail, but like DoorDash it to me.
Yeah.
Unrelated, but I just saw Uber has a new service called Courier, and like the ad I saw was like, give this box of things back to your ex with Uber. And I was like, this is insane, actually.
That's so
So you can use
crazy.
that to send us the brownies.
Yes, you can use the courier service. I have a fun fact, and it's that I'm banned from Uber for life.
You're banned from Uber for life?
Yes.
Wait, that's what you did? Is it,
No,
what?
I didn't. Okay, I didn't do anything. It was like years ago. Like I think I was 19. I went to a house party and did some, you know,
Yeah.
and I was with two, like the person I was seeing at the time and like his friend who was like really drunk. And I got an Uber for the person I was seeing at the time and myself to go home, and we were like normal ish. But then that guy like got into the front seat and then like redirected the Uber and like made him back out of the highway ramp because he was like, no, my house is this way across town. And because I called the Uber, I got in trouble for it. And I like couldn't defend
No.
myself.
That's so tragic.
It is. I don't really use rideshare that much though, so
Yeah.
it's
that
all
makes
right.
sense. I don't either. I feel like once you have your own car, you don't need it as much.
That, yeah. And I live in a small town without an Uber, so that's it.
That's so valid. I live in not a small town, and there are many Ubers.
Yeah, and there's Lyft. Like, I'm not banned from Lyft, so
Okay.
no, I'm not a rebel. Wait, so I just saw it pop up in the chat. I'm not. I'm innocent in this situation. I was wrongly accused for a crime I did not
You were
commit.
a scapegoat.
I was. It was just because I called the Uber, and then this person. I won't speak ill of them, but
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Margot revisited what she wrote yesterday to get in the groove. Miley danced with the baby and drank tea. I also drank like almost my entire cup of tea that sprint.
This is also my tea, my matcha latte.
Yes, I like saw your matcha and I was like, wow, I want a matcha now.
I didn't make it very well.
I just like I love matcha, but I'm also trying to drink less caffeine, especially on the weekends when I'm like not trying to stay awake at my job.
Yeah,
you know?
That's fair. This is less caffeine for me. I was like a Celsius drinker, and I like recently had to cut myself off. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks anymore, but I have to have tea or I just can't do any. I can't. I can't do it.
But
you're good for not doing the caffeine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still drink coffee like every day I work, which is
you have
4 days of the week. So I'm no. I can't think of the word. Pariah, is that the right word? I'm no like model of
saint.
Yeah, I'm not a saint. There we go. Oh my god. We already saw that one. A little mountain town, no Uber or DoorDash or anything out here. But that sounds like so like picturesque.
As someone from a small town, not a mountain town, that does sound picturesque, but
I was like, the mountain town, not the lack of amenities.
There's a lack of amenities, and there's also, I think I'm probably the only, like, not the only Asian person, but the only Korean person, and one of the very few Asian people in my town, and sometimes I'm like,
but yeah, that's valid. I grew up in a small town in Idaho, and I knew like I can count on one hand the number of people of color I knew growing up.
Pretty much, yeah. And
unfortunately, in my current town, I feel like I can still count on one hand the number of people of color I know, because Utah is so white. Like I'm white, I shouldn't be complaining, but like I actually do appreciate diversity. It's also like very straight, which is my more maybe I don't know. I think diversity is really important because then you don't get scary things.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I feel like I'm lucky in that because I live in a small town, but I commute to like a city for school and work and stuff, and that's relatively diverse. But it was such a culture shock coming from like Southern California, which is probably one of the most like diverse in pretty much every way imaginable places in the United States, especially like the Los Angeles area. And coming to like small town Midwest, I was like, am I gonna die? I've been fine. It's been lovely, but
I'm glad you're fine, but I understand the fear of like, am I going to die or am I going to get hate crime?
Yeah.
Like, it's so scary.
There's been incidents, not for me, but just like general like hate crimey incidents in this town, which has like frankly less people than I have YouTube subscribers in it. And I'm like, how is the ratio of hate crimes to people living here so high?
That is,
I shouldn't laugh, but I have to.
Well, we have to laugh or we'll cry, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's actually insane. I hate that for you.
It's okay, I'm moving soon, but I do. It's still like I like small town life in a lot of other ways, and I think it's a
Yeah,
very like charming area.
I
Lots
feel
of like
like
natural beauty.
yeah, natural beauty. I feel like the pace is a lot slower, like the pace of life, and it's like less stressful.
Yeah.
Um, but also it's evil that there's so many hate crimes. Yeah, scary. Anyways, anyone have any like writing questions for us?
Yeah. Let's stop talking about this.
Or we can just like I don't know. We could make something up. We can make up a question, pretend someone asked it, and then you actually ask the question.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I've lost any idea I've ever had. If you I understand why they're asking questions because this is hard.
I guess we could just talk about what we're working on because I'm pretty curious about like hearing more about Heretic. Is it Heretic or Heretics?
It is heretics. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to hear more about that.
Okay. This has been like my secret sci-fi, and I've been like not talking about it a lot because I'm worried that I feel like often I get into a new project and then I put the project out of the wayside because I like lose interest in it because I talked about it too much. But now I think I have enough momentum that I can talk about this. So it is a sapphic science fantasy with like let me pull up the pitch actually. I have a pitch for it. It's not a very good pitch. It's like the first draft of the pitch.
Wait, I'm so excited.
Where is it? I'm just going to search my notes for heretics because I know it's called heretics in my notes. Okay, a crusader in search of heretics across the galaxy encounters an angel of the fallen god. They clash over ideologies, both believing that the other soul is lost unless they save the other. However, they must save each other. They may save each other in a different way that neither of them expect at first. Heretics is an enemy-lover science fantasy with the vibes of Star Wars if the Jedi were corrupt and the character relationships of Good Omens.
Wait, that sounds so freaking good.
I am actually obsessed with it. Miley is excited I'm finally spilling about heretics. Miley and I are like besties, and I have been sending her snippets, like 1 or 2 paragraphs at a time that I think are good. And she's very excited about this.
I'm very excited about this.
Oh
Like
God.
every part of that, if the Jedi were corrupt, that's so good. Like you're gonna be able to explore so many juicy themes with that.
Wait, I have mood boards. Let me find the mood boards.
Wait, we're getting so much information. I'm so excited. I'm so glad I asked.
I put the mood boards in the. I put one of the mood boards in the Storyteller Society Discord.
Can I join that Discord?
Yes, I got you. I'll send you a link after this.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, one second. I have to rearrange my tab so I can like.
Oh yeah.
Share this tab instead. We're going to scroll that up, and then we're going to throw that back up on the board. I just realized that I like just was back on the stage. Here's a mood board.
Ooh.
This is not even one of the major characters, but it was like the most perfect like picture I could find for the mood board. This is one of the main characters. And all the pictures are from Unsplash, which is a royalty-free photo sharing site.
Oh, that's so cool. What was it called?
Unsplash. I'll put it in the chat for anyone who wants it. It's UNSPLA. Unsplash.
Ooh.
Then I have 2 quotes here. This is one of my favorites. And I haven't decided on the font. I think these fonts are too hard to read. But Khmer, huh? Vera tasted the name on her tongue. There was something ancient about it, like a star that had burning hot since the dawn of the universe.
Oh, wait, I love that.
Me too. I'm so excited. And because a lot of the themes are about like church and like organized religion and like being queer and repressing that. Like there's a metaphor for being queer in the book. And the main character spends like the whole time like repressing the queerness in the metaphorical sense and also in the physical sense. Not really. Kind of. I don't know. The church has taught you that you need to quell the magic within you. They've taught you that you have to be perfectly obedient, and then maybe you'll get to join the heavenly order when you die. But here's the thing. They curse you with immortality. You're never going to die. They're going to use you for eternity, and they'll use you to hurt other people the same way they're hurting you.
Wait, that's so metal.
Isn't that? I'm so proud of that line. I'm like, this is wow. Sometimes I write good things.
Yeah, clearly.
Here's Emin, who's this minor character who I think is going to play a big role in the finale, which I am like getting closer and closer to.
Ooh.
This is Khmer. This is the angel.
Mm-hmm.
The angel of the fallen god. And then this is Vera. And I just love this photo for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Oh,
Anyways.
the lighting.
And like, oh my god, it's so good. I have so much in my head. Am I just going to tell you all about heretics on the stream? I might.
Do it.
On comments real quick. Laura's here. Hello. We will get to this question in just a second. Miley's gonna scream. Soda says epic. Margaret says ooh. Simmons with not enough context and they've been dying. You're not ready for these character dynamics. It's enemies to lovers. Because when is it not?
Yeah. Literally. I'm so excited.
Dakota really wants you to join the Discord.
I will. I'm bad at being on Discord though.
It's okay. We will be happy to just have your presence every once in a while. It's a good Discord. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Dakota uses it unsocial religiously. Rebecca's here. Hi, Rebecca. Sometimes they're right good things. That's so. I'm eating drywall. I'm hearing that snippet. What does that mean? Why are you eating?
That means
drywall?
it's good. It means it's good. I think that's like the lingo, you know?
Okay, I'm just not hip with the kids. Okay, we have another question. Let's go back to the first question. Any tropes you don't like writing or reading?
I feel like I struggle a lot with like maybe I'm just heterophobic, but like large man and like tiny woman kind of like
no, you're right.
He's so big, like
maybe I'm also heterophobic because just in general, I do not love when it's like a very stereotypical heterosexual ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like I write bi characters who are in like straight passing relationships.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever like intentionally written a straight relationship. Like I think some of my characters have like straight parents. But like I don't write a lot of straight different
stuff. I honestly like me neither. I'm kind of writing a straight like, you know, relationship in one of my upcoming things, but it's like they're both bi. Like so
yeah,
it's exactly. Still they're queer characters in a straight passing relationship. I feel like I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean oh sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I feel like as queer people we've seen too much like straight representation, and now we're trying to like balance it out by writing our own queer representation.
Yeah, like overcompensating a little bit to make up for the lack.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't either. And that's just what I like to put out. But like I can definitely read like books with straight relationships, straight characters, and like enjoy it. But there's something about the like I don't want to call it anything specifically, but like some ridiculous dynamics where like especially in smut. Oh my gosh, I'm a teacher. I can't say these things. But when it's like he's packing like a 12-incher, I just like can't, you know, I just like can't. I can't.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, no,
sorry everyone. But yeah, stuff like that. It's a bit, it just feels like so far removed from life. And I think I just would prefer to see something like it's just not romantic to me, or I guess hot. So that's my preference. Amina's with me. You and me, Amina, we're on the same wavelength here.
Perfect. I saw Tia dropped in and she called you a whole celebrity.
Oh God. I'm definitely not. I feel like I want to just remind everyone that I'm a public school teacher with like a massive amount of
hero actually.
Honestly, yeah, you know what, you're right. In this current climate, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You're important. You are an essential worker.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. As a pantser, I guess I didn't really answer the question for myself.
Oh yeah, please.
I feel like there's not a lot of tropes I hate. I feel like I can. I don't know that I have a lot of tropes that I like hate. I think I don't like it when there's like I hate the funny side character dying.
Oh yeah.
It just makes me really sad. But like I eat it up every time, but it makes me really sad. Like if I were to write it, I would love to do it, but I don't think I would write it because I hate it. I don't know. I have just mixed feelings about that. Okay. As a pantser, I want to try out plotting. Do you have some tips? Are you? I don't think I know if you identify as a plotter or pantser somewhere in between.
I think I'm at this point somewhere in between, but that's after when I was younger, starting out as a pantser, then learning how to plot, and then kind of finding balance. Because I think I needed to like learn how to do it before I could do it without having to do a whole outline every time.
For sure.
But for trying out plotting, I think for me it was like studying like, you know, act structure and stuff, knowing that that's not necessarily what you have to follow to the letter. I think if everyone followed 3-act structure, save the cat beats to the letter, then like nothing would be interesting. It would all be the same story. But also learning how to like recognize those structures in stories that you read, like, you know, movies, even television. And also I will plug this because I kind of developed this, but it's like I mean, I don't think it was an original thought, but I put it into my own words. It's the 3 C's system that I use all the time, actually, where it's like every scene should kind of connect into the next one. You should have like, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Well, the context is the first C, where it's like the character is coming from this position. This is how they're being informed. Their decisions are being informed by who they are and what they've experienced, and then the choice that they make, and then the consequences. And if you kind of keep those in mind for every scene you write, and each scene builds on the consequences of previous scenes, that's I think a cool way to kind of build that momentum and make sure your stories have logical flow to them. And that's been really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm in a similar boat with my like I actually think I started out more as like a hardcore. Well, I don't know. I think I thought I really needed to be a plotter. So my first book I tried really hard to plot, and I think I did it really poorly because I was like 16 and like didn't know how to like didn't have any of these resources that like I now have. But then I went really hard into pantsing for a while, and then I went back to plotting, and now I'm somewhere in the middle. And I think it's just like, if you want to try out plotting, I would do some research on different plot structures. I think you should look at Save the Cat is really popular right now. And you can do Save the Cat by Blake Snyder or Jessica Brody writes a novel. I like 3-act structure is fine. You can just find like the infographics. I've recently found the 4-act or 7-point structure is really interesting. Actually, I'm going to plug something. My podcast has a series on plotting and like story structures, and you should check it out. I will put. It's called Quid Pros Quo. I'll type that in the chat.
That's such a good name. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I'm really proud of it. I do it with my friend Zach, who is not on. He's like not really on social media. He's on Instagram, but like nothing else really. But he's like a very talented indie author. Story structure. And we have done like we are releasing episode like 108 or something next week.
Oh my gosh! Like, wait, how? Whoa! I can't believe I didn't know about this. Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't talk about it a lot. I really should. I do too much stuff to talk about it all. Oh my god, they're like going off in the chat. How do you catch up? I would check out. I would just look for like this. I think the format for each episode, Tom Quid Pros Quo, is episode number. Then it will say, if it's part of a series, it will say the series. You should look for story structure. And then like it will say 3-act structure, Save the Cat, 4 acts, any of that. So I think that's a really good resource. And the episodes are like 10 or 15 minutes long. So they're not like undigestible. So.
Nice.
Amina's exit Discord, but it sounds like a blast. Lynn, what is the scariest part about knowing your book will be published next year?
There's so many. There's a lot. I think my biggest fear is that like people will have expectations for it because of like my YouTube channel and because I've been doing this for so long, and like it just won't meet those expectations, and like people will be disappointed in me. I hate disappointing people. But I think it's, you know, it's a very earnest book and I did my best. So I hope some people get something out of it. But yeah, definitely like reader reactions I'm kind of really nervous about.
I feel like people are just gonna be excited to finally read your book. I think they're just gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this is Lynn. I love Lynn, and it's gonna be your book, and it's gonna be really good."
I hope so.
Because I indie published a book back in like 2021, so like way long ago now. But people are still like, "Oh my God, Rain, you wrote a book. Like, you should like let me read it." I'm like, "Here are the copies of it. You may buy one." And then I'm also very scared to read the reactions, but generally, even if it's like not like their genre or something, they're very kind about it.
That's good.
So
that's really good.
I don't think I've seen any mean reviews or anything. Granted, I mostly sell my book at farmers markets and stuff like that, so people aren't buying it on Amazon. So I don't have a bunch of like online reviews.
Yeah,
but all the in-person reviews are very positive.
That's good.
But maybe that's because they will be mean to my face, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the like I'm scared of Goodreads reviewers.
Goodreads, make
yeah, I'm like gonna basically I think
the account.
There's like plugins and stuff that you can use where it filters out all of the like under 4-star reviews. So, because like I like looking at reviews, not for my stuff, but because I haven't had that experience yet, but for books in general, like I just like reviews. Like I don't know, I feel like I won't be able to not look at them, but I definitely don't want to look at negative ones. Also because like there's stuff like, I mean, like it's a queer book with a queer like BIPOC main character. Like some people aren't just gonna like that on principle. There's apparently someone named Charles who just goes around one-starring all queer books on Goodreads that he can find, and like
evil
stuff like that. I know, but there have been accounts called the anti-Charles where they counter him with a 5-star.
That's so cute.
It is
that
cute.
actually. That's wholesome. I am like, sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat. They're going off. I'm not going to highlight any of this stuff on like the 12 inches. We're not doing that.
The 12 inches. No, I should not have opened that discussion. It's just been on my mind.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so much of that. I'm scrolling through now.
There's a lot. Yes, if you want to try out plotting, hit me up. I can't plot my own story, but I sure as hell can plot yours. Tia, the new ghostwriter. Dakota is excited to read your book. Oh, Lynn, it's gonna be fire, Lynn. The Lark.
Thanks, guys. I don't mean to be like, woe is me, but
how did I miss that?
Sorry again.
Oh, is the main character Lark? I don't know how I missed that.
Oh yeah, her name is Lark, or like Lark's first full name.
What is the Lark arc? And I was like, oh.
How do you guys know this though? I guess I talked about it, but like, how do you remember this?
I was like, how do you know this? I've never heard Lynn say the main character's name. Insane.
I think I like wrote it in an Instagram post or something.
Okay. Dami is here, but she can't stay. But I love Dami. Thank you, Dami. Goodreads is scary. We use the plugin.
Yes, I need to get that Chrome plugin.
Dakota says something about all their characters are queer, and they're all queer POCs.
Mm-hmm.
We have like, I know you only have an hour. I don't think we have time for another sprint. Should we just keep yapping?
Sure, if you're okay with that.
Because I'm having fun, and I was like,
too.
Yeah, yay, excellent. This thing's so bright. This is like my main source of light right now, but it's getting so bright in my eyes. I'm going to do that.
That looks fine.
Back and it was like blinding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently this is how they know.
Okay, so y'all are more on top of it than me. I swear, I feel like I film these videos, edit them, and then I like forget what's in them immediately. I erase them from my mind. So
that is such a mood. Me too. We said it here on the stream.
Oh, here and there, like
here and there. I did not see it.
Okay. You just saw the here.
I did not read that right. My reading comprehension out the door.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
I'm glad you think it's a great name though. I was like, oh, it's such a goofy name, but I just like couldn't. I kind of give my characters goofy names. Yeah, and it's like they're part of this like secret society. Like, you know, it's like alchemists and they all have kind of weird names like freaking Nicholas Flamel and shit. So I was like, I'm just going to give my character a kind of weird name.
I love that. Do you have any like naming conventions that you use for either this project or other projects?
Not really. I feel like it's just what sounds right to me.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Like sometimes you're just like, oh, you go through a bunch of names and you're like, that's not right for this character, and then like one hits. I'd imagine it's something like naming a baby. Where you're like, that's clearly not a Greg, but that is Harley or whatever.
Love that. Elizabeth asked, any advice for newer author tubers you're willing to share? I'm debating on the author tube tab. I would love to hear your answer for this because I also feel like I'm so relatively new. And I haven't done the tag yet. I'm like trying to decide if I should.
What's the tag?
It's just like a list of questions where you go through and answer like these questions about like right and like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not like, doing it in depth. I've seen a couple people do it though.
Okay. I think I remember that from like back in the day, but I haven't seen one in a while. That's cool that that's still going around. I guess just like be yourself. Okay. No, I'm not going to say that actually. I'll tell you after. But I think you should do what you want to do for a video and like just not worry about it. And I think over time, like AuthorTube is really a long game. It's I think also identifying your purpose for the channel and kind of being like, okay, I want to like talk about my work, or I want to connect with other writers, or I want to do writing blogs and like keep myself accountable or build community, and like having a very focused idea of what you want to do in terms of that. For me, like, for example, specifically, I've been sharing my writing journey and I want to share my publishing journey. So a lot of that is like transparency about the work and about what goes on behind the scenes. Like there's a lot you can't share in TradPub, but my aim is to share as much of that as possible. So for example, like I'm going to do less writing blogs as a result and less like writing tips and focus more on like the industry a little bit. Yeah. But so like, for example, if you kind of do a mix, like what I did in the beginning of writing tips and vlogs and like all sorts of other things, I feel like it's harder to grasp that core audience that'll come back for your videos. So I think that's kind of my tip, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. And then I can also give it from my side, I guess. I think I love your advice about like choosing a purpose and like, and the people I'm saying in the chat, like talk what you want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you said that and I was reading the chat and it got like crossed in my brain. I just think it's really important to have fun with it because and try it out and don't think of it as like a year-long commitment when you're just like trying it out.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like a business. Like frankly, it took me I think 3 or 4 years to start making even like small amounts of money off of it. It's not really, and like as a platform for readership, I don't know if it's particularly effective. I'll get back to you guys on that, but like because the reality is that if you're making an AuthorTube channel, you're going to attract writers as viewers rather than readers. So it's not like something that you should do to maybe sell books necessarily, but just something to like have fun and express yourself and like have a creative outlet, I think.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? They're talking about how do you come up with your book name? Does it just come to you or do you have to sit and plan? I feel like it's different for every project.
I think so too.
Because Dauntless came to me in the stroke of inspiration, and I was like, this is the perfect title for a Sleeping Beauty retelling where Sleeping Beauty like dies in the first chapter. Perfect. But like Heretics, I think is really just a placeholder name. I don't think it'll stay.
Yeah, that's fair. I've had a lot of placeholder names that ended up sticking, but yeah, sometimes I have to sit and do like a word bank. I think that's if you're struggling to come up with something, a word bank is good. Otherwise, it's just kind of, I don't know. I guess eventually it'll come to you. I think I have a lot of like misguided faith in that. I'm like, eventually in this writing process, a title will happen. And usually it does.
That is so valid. I have a meme to share. One sec. I just pulled it up. Is this? Oh, it's really tiny. One sec. I was really hoping it was going to be like, I guess we can go into Tumblr. So YA titles. Oh, and now I just shared this tab instead. Must contain one of the following words. You have to pay a fine. Blood, Crow, Queen, Ice, Crown, Fire, Bone, True, Academy, Magic. Anyways, so on and so forth. This word bank is how I came up with the title for Witch's Blood, which is the first book I queried.
Not my book having blood in the title. It's not YA though.
Yeah, but like Yeah.
Yeah, it's still, I don't have to pay a fine. We don't have to pay a fine.
You don't have to pay a fine. I have to pay a fine for most of my books, but not for this one.
Yeah, I'm
Not
trying
for
to
Witch's
think of
Blood.
my other ones. Oh shoot. I have a couple more that fit this.
'Cause
Well,
I'm trying to think like which of my books like passed this test, so I don't have to pay a fine. Is Storm on there or something like that?
no Storm, but I feel like it should be on there,
I think
frankly.
it should be. So my first like book and a half had to pay a fine.
Mm-hmm.
My second book was all Hail the Queen of Hearts. I've written a lot of books. I don't know if you've known how many books I've written. I've written like 9 books.
I know you've written, yeah, like a significant number.
Like too many actually. And
no, that's amazing though. That's so
it's a
cool.
lot. So books 1 and 1.5, which do not get into the count, I don't talk about them, are paying a fine. 2's okay. 3 and 4 pay a fine, but one of them is sci-fi, so I don't know if it counts because it's very much a fantasy list.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't think of what book 5 was, but anyways, I had to pay a lot of fines apparently.
I think I just have to pay 2, but I've only really written 3 books, so.
Okay. That's like valid. Dauntless has to pay a fine because Dawn's not on that list. So I don't know. Anyways, fun thing, but if you need a word bank, this is a good starting point, was my purpose of pulling that up. It's Maisie. Okay. I think we should probably wrap up because you need to have lunch before your other stream.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. This was such a blast. Do you want to tell people where they can find you and about your other stream today?
Yeah, so I have another stream at 2 p.m. It is with Becca, Taylor, and Cody. Oh my god, I hope that's right. I'm crashing out, guys. But we are doing a stream at 2 Central Time, like Chicago time zone. And then in general, I have an AuthorTube channel. It is called Lynn D Jung because that's my name. And yeah, I also have a book coming out next year.
Yay! Excellent. And I'm CK Jensen. This is my channel, so hopefully you know that. I am in the middle of my querying journey, and I will be doing streams this afternoon I have another stream this afternoon. I don't know what time it is, but you can go to my page and check. And then I have 2 more tomorrow as well for the 10K weekend that I'm doing. So
I think your stream this afternoon is at 1:30.
That sounds right. It's like different for me because I'm not in Central Time, so I have a hard time remembering.
Oh,
12:30
okay.
my time or 12:30 Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 12:30 my time and 1:30.
I think it is 12:30 your time.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for being here. We will see you all later. Thank you for the support. I'm just repeating myself now. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much.